Imagine walking through the grand gates of a magnificent estate, where every corner whispers stories of history, love, and family. The air is filled with a mix of excitement and warmth, and even before you see a single person, you can feel the energy of a family coming together to celebrate. This is the Crawley family at Downton Abbey, where every celebration is more than just a gathering, it's a tradition, a memory, and a glimpse into a world of elegance and care. The Crawley family celebrations begin long before anyone steps into the grand halls. At the break of dawn, the estate comes alive with quiet activity. The gardeners are already tending to the sprawling lawns, making sure every flower is perfectly in place. In the kitchens, the cooks and maids move like a well-orchestrated dance, chopping, stirring, and arranging each dish with care that could rival a work of art. The silverware gleams under the soft morning light, polished to perfection, ready for the grand feast to come. Every candle is checked, every tablecloth pressed, and every decoration carefully positioned. It's not just about elegance, it's about honor, tradition, and the joy of bringing people together. As the estate slowly awakens, the cameras, or in this case, our viewers' eye, would notice the small details that make the Crawley family celebrations so extraordinary. The windows are flung open to let in the crisp morning air, carrying the scent of roses and freshly baked bread. In the halls, servants move quietly, balancing trays of delicate pastries, setting out silver candelabras, and arranging fresh flowers on every table. It's a scene that feels alive yet composed, as if each person knows their role in a carefully choreographed ritual. There is a sense of anticipation, an invisible hum of excitement, because today is not just any day, it is a day for family, laughter, and memories that will linger long after the last toast. Even before the family arrives, the estate tells a story. The grand staircase, polished to a mirror shine, seems to await the descent of Lord and Lady Crawley, their steps echoing softly against the marble floors. The dining hall, filled with sunlight streaming through stained glass, is ready for guests, every chair perfectly aligned, every napkin folded in exact symmetry. And outside, the sprawling gardens reflect a world that balances elegance with nature, offering the perfect backdrop for photographs, conversations, and quiet moments of reflection. Every corner, every detail, seems to whisper a silent welcome, inviting both the family and viewers into a world where time slows down, and every gesture, every smile, is treasured. But it's not only the grand details that make these celebrations special, it's also the sense of community. The staff, who have served the family for years, share subtle smiles and nods, knowing that their work makes the magic possible. From the footman to the cooks, from the housekeeper to the gardener, everyone has a role, and each role is essential. There's a rhythm to their movements, almost like music, as they move in harmony to prepare for the day ahead. It is a preparation that honors not just the Crawleys, but the very idea of togetherness. Even in the quietest corners of the estate, there is life, purpose, and excitement. Every polished dish, every perfectly arranged flower, and every softly lit candle adds a layer to the story, setting the stage for a celebration that is as much about heart as it is about grandeur. The first glimpse of the Crawley family arriving brings a quiet thrill to the estate. Carriages roll along the gravel drive, their wheels crunching softly, announcing the beginning of the celebration. The gates open, and one by one, familiar figures step onto the grounds. Each arrival carries a sense of purpose and warmth, as if the estate itself knows and welcomes them. Even without seeing their faces clearly, their presence fills the air with life. Laughter drifts on the breeze, mingling with the soft rustle of leaves, creating a soundtrack that is both lively and intimate. As the family makes their way up the sweeping driveway, there's a subtle choreography in their steps. A hand reaches out to steady a younger sibling, a gentle nod is exchanged between cousins, and the faint jingle of a bell signals that tradition is alive and well. The camera or the viewer's eye lingers on small telling details, the way a coat is adjusted, the brief sparkle of a jewel, or the soft sway of a hat brim. Each movement speaks volumes about the closeness of the family and the care they take in presenting themselves for this special day. Every arrival is more than just a moment, it is the first chapter in a story of reunion, anticipation, and shared joy. Inside the estate, the atmosphere shifts as the family steps through the grand doors. The polished floors reflect their movement, echoing softly like applause. Servants step aside with practiced grace, offering warm smiles and silent welcomes. The air is thick with excitement, yet balanced by elegance. One can almost hear the subtle hum of conversation building, the quiet exchange of greetings, the gentle laughter that ripples through the halls. Each arrival adds a new thread to the tapestry of the day, weaving connections that will be celebrated, remembered, and cherished long after the event ends. Outside, the gardens seem to come alive with the energy of the family. The younger members run ahead, their footsteps quick and carefree, while older relatives take their time, savoring each moment, pausing to admire the roses or the neatly trimmed hedges. Horses in the distance paw the ground softly, as if eager to witness the gathering. Every element of the estate, from the towering oak trees to the delicate flower beds, feels like it is part of the celebration, participating silently in the joy of togetherness. It is a moment that captures the essence of Downton Abbey, a place where grandeur and intimacy coexist, and where the arrival of family transforms the house into a home alive with warmth, tradition, and anticipation. The moment the Crawley family gathers around the grand dining hall, the estate transforms. The sunlight, streaming through tall windows, dances across polished silverware and crystal glasses, casting tiny rainbows on the tablecloth. Every dish tells a story: platters piled high with roasted meats, fresh vegetables glistening with butter, golden pastries, and decadent desserts, each carefully prepared to delight the senses. Even without seeing the faces, the warmth of the family's presence is palpable. The room hums with excitement, as though every corner has been charged with anticipation, waiting for laughter and conversation to fill the space. The sounds of celebration are subtle yet lively. A quiet clink of glasses signals a toast, followed by soft murmurs of joy and brief bursts of laughter. The music swells gently from the corner of the hall, a string quartet playing a familiar, elegant tune that ties together generations of Crawleys. The camera or the viewers' eye might linger on hands brushing crumbs from fine linens, on a small child's delighted gasp at a playful joke, or on the sway of a silk dress as someone rises to offer a toast. Each moment is a brushstroke and a painting of family tradition, a celebration that is as much about connection as it is about grandeur. Outside the windows, the gardens provide a serene backdrop. The soft green of the lawns, dotted with flowers in bloom, frames the festivities inside. Guests pause at the balcony to admire the view, exchanging whispers and smiles, while a gentle breeze carries the scent of roses and fresh grass into the dining hall. Even small details like a bird hopping across a windowsill or a ribbon fluttering from a decoration add layers to the story, blending nature with the elegance of the estate. The celebration is alive everywhere, in every corner, in every sound, and in every quiet glance exchanged between family members. As the evening unfolds, the energy of the Crawley's celebrations grows richer. Laughter resonates through the halls as stories are shared. Small games or traditions spark spontaneous cheer, and subtle moments of connection, an arm around a shoulder, a nod of understanding, a shared smile remind everyone that this gathering is more than pomp and ceremony. It is about belonging, about generations tied together by love and memory. Even the servants, who move gracefully between the guests with plates and wine, share in the quiet joy, their presence blending seamlessly into the rhythm of the celebration. In this room, every detail, every sound, and every gesture combines to create a moment that feels timeless, a celebration that honors the past while embracing the present. As the evening deepens, the grandeur of the celebration gently softens into moments of quiet intimacy. Candles flicker on the tables, their warm light reflecting in crystal glasses and softly illuminating the faces of the Crawley family. The laughter from earlier fades into gentle conversations, hushed whispers, and the occasional shared smile that lingers just a little longer than expected. Outside, the sun sets behind the estate, painting the sky with shades of gold and pink, as if nature itself is pausing to watch the family come together. Some family members wander to the balcony or the garden, where the cool evening air carries the scent of roses and freshly cut grass. Hands brush against one another, shoulders touch in comfort, and soft chuckles ripple through these quieter corners. Even without words, there is an unspoken understanding, a connection forged through generations. A child may clutch a small gift, eyes wide with curiosity, while elders exchange a knowing glance, silently remembering celebrations of years past. These moments remind everyone that beyond the feasts and toasts, it is the simple, human connections that make these gatherings truly unforgettable. Inside, the dining hall feels like a living memory. Servants move with practiced grace, quietly clearing dishes, adjusting candelabras, or refilling glasses, but they too seem caught in the serenity of the evening. The sound of soft music floats through the hall, mingling with murmurs of gratitude and gentle laughter. The atmosphere is rich with nostalgia stories of family triumphs, challenges overcome, and cherished traditions are quietly shared. Each whispered word, each subtle gesture, is a thread weaving together the tapestry of the Crawleys' legacy, leaving behind an emotional imprint that transcends time. Finally, as the celebration winds down, there is a collective pause, a quiet acknowledgement of what has just been shared. Guests linger over, lingering sips of tea or wine, glancing around the room, taking in the beauty of the estate, the warmth of the company, and the weight of the memories being made. Outside, the first stars begin to twinkle, casting a soft glow over the gardens where children once played and elders once walked in reflection. It is in these personal moments, the smiles exchanged, the quiet embraces, and the soft words spoken across generations, that the Crawley family celebrations find their true magic. Here, amidst the elegance and history, the heart of Downton Abbey beats strongest, reminding us that family is the most enduring celebration of all. As the night settles over Downton Abbey, the celebration begins to wind down, but the air is still alive with the echoes of laughter, shared stories, and quiet music. The grand halls, once buzzing with activity, now feel serene, bathed in the soft glow of candlelight and the lingering warmth of family togetherness. Outside, the estate seems to exhale, the gardens resting under a sky sprinkled with stars, as if the very land itself has joined in the celebration and now watches over its beloved occupants. Guests start to make their way toward the carriages, their footsteps soft on the gravel paths. Warm farewells are exchanged, handshakes, gentle embraces, and lingering glances that carry memories of the evening. Even without seeing the faces, the emotions are clear: gratitude, love, and a sense of connection that only family can bring. The young and old alike pause for a final moment in the gardens or by the balcony, taking in the beauty of the estate one last time before stepping back into the outside world. Every glance, every quiet word, feels like a thread tying together the present with the past, preserving a memory that will endure for generations. Inside, the estate staff quietly complete their final tasks. Silverware is polished once more, candles are carefully extinguished, and the grand dining hall stands pristine, a silent witness to the joy and togetherness that unfolded within its walls. Even in these quiet moments, there is a sense of fulfillment. Every effort, every detail, has been part of a greater story, a story of tradition, love, and the enduring spirit of family. The halls may now be still, but the essence of the celebration lingers, echoing in the polished floors, the carefully arranged flowers, and the quiet corners where laughter once lived. Finally, the Crawley family themselves take a step back, pausing to reflect on the evening. Eyes meet across the room or in the garden, and unspoken gratitude fills the air. The estate, majestic and timeless, cradles these moments gently, as if preserving them in memory for all who call Downton Abbey home. The celebration may have ended, but its spirit remains alive in the stories shared, the bonds strengthened, and the quiet, tender moments that define family. And as the stars twinkle above, it is clear that at Downton Abbey, every celebration is not just an event, it is a living legacy, a testament to love, unity, and the timeless beauty of coming together. As the evening gives way to night, the estate itself seems to hold its breath, basking in the quiet after the day's joyous gatherings. The grand windows glow softly, revealing flickers of candlelight and the final movements of a family savoring their last moments together. Outside, the gardens are bathed in moonlight, the shadows stretching long across perfectly trimmed hedges and blooming flowers. Every pathway, every archway, feels as though it is quietly bidding the family farewell, holding the memories of laughter and conversation like a gentle secret. The carriages are ready, lined up along the gravel drive, their lanterns casting warm golden pools of light on the ground. One by one, the family members step out, each pausing for a moment to take in the estate, the rolling lawns, the stately mansion, the gardens that have witnessed generations of celebrations. Hands wave softly in goodbye, subtle smiles are exchanged, and fleeting glances carry the weight of love, tradition, and the unspoken promise to return. Even as they leave, The energy of togetherness lingers in the halls, a quiet echo of what has just transpired. Inside, the Crawley staff moves with practiced grace, completing the final tasks of the day. The silver gleams under the dim chandeliers, the last candles are extinguished with care, and the dining hall is left immaculate, a silent witness to a day full of joy, connection, and shared memories. Outside, the moon rises higher, and the first stars shimmer above the estate, casting a gentle glow that mirrors the warmth left behind in the hearts of all who were present. The estate, timeless and majestic, seems to exhale, carrying the essence of the celebration into the night, as if promising that these memories will live on, quietly yet powerfully, in the hearts of the Crawleys and everyone who visits. Finally, the evening closes with a feeling that lingers like a soft melody. The laughter, the stories, and the fleeting glances of family are tucked gently into memory, leaving behind a sense of completeness, gratitude, and timeless beauty. Downton Abbey, with its grandeur and serenity, stands as both a home and a witness to life's celebrations, a place where family traditions endure, and every farewell carries the hope of another joyful reunion. And as the camera pans upward to the starlit sky, the viewer is left with a lingering sense of warmth, nostalgia, and the quiet magic that comes from being part of a family that treasures every moment together. Even as the lights dim and the estate falls quiet, the heart of Downton Abbey continues to beat softly, carrying the memories of the day like whispers through its grand halls. Every corner, every polished floor, every candlelit nook, every carefully arranged flower holds a fragment of laughter, a flicker of joy, a silent nod to the love shared within its walls. The Crawley family celebrations are more than just events. They are living memories, stitched together by generations of shared stories, traditions, and quiet moments that transcend time. The gardens rest under a blanket of moonlight, the leaves rustling gently in the cool night air, as if echoing the footsteps and laughter of those who wandered through them hours before. The estate stands majestic and timeless, both a home and a keeper of memories, holding the essence of family celebrations in its very walls. Guests and family members may have departed, but the bonds forged, the smiles exchanged, and the stories whispered remain, lingering in the spaces where they unfolded, ready to be remembered again and again. As the camera drifts upward, past the towering oaks and sweeping lawns, the stars glimmer above like tiny lanterns, watching over the estate and its inhabitants. There is a sense of continuity here, an unbroken thread connecting past celebrations to the future, reminding viewers that family is not just about the grand moments, but also the quiet ones, the gentle embraces, the shared smiles, the subtle gestures that speak volumes. Every celebration at Downton Abbey, no matter how large or small, is a testament to this enduring legacy, and in this final, lingering moment, the viewer is left with a simple, powerful truth that family is the heart of every celebration, and that even when the music fades and the guests leave, the warmth of togetherness and the beauty of shared memories remain eternal. Downton Abbey is more than an estate, it is a sanctuary for love, tradition, and life's most cherished moments. And as the camera slowly fades out, the viewer carries with them the magic of a family celebration that is timeless, unforgettable, and profoundly human.